True life. A quarrel broke out between a husband and wife. When the husband and children fell asleep after dinner, the wife left the house thinking that she could no longer live with her husband. Wandering aimlessly through the neighborhood alleys, she overheard a voice from a house. A woman was praying to God, pleading for food for her child. She walked a little further and heard another voice from a different house. A mother was praying fervently, asking God to protect her son Navneet from all troubles. From yet another house, she overheard her husband talking to his wife, urging her to request a few more days' grace from their landlord and to plead with him not to harass them daily. Moving on, she heard an elderly grandmother talking to her grandson. Dear, it has been days since you brought my medicine. The grandson, eating his meal, replied, Dadima, even the chemist won't give me medicine anymore, and I don't have enough money to buy it for you. A little further along, she heard a woman's voice from another house, comforting her hungry children. Your father will surely bring something to eat tonight. Sleep now, and I will wake you when he comes. The wife stood there for a moment, lost in thought, then turned back toward her own home. She realized that even those who appear happy and content in public carry their own hidden storage of struggle. Despite their pain and hardships, people conceal their sorrows and carry on with life. Returning home, the wife began to thank God for her blessings, a house of her own, her children, and a good husband. Sure, they had their occasional arguments, but he always cared for her deeply. She had been dwelling on her own troubles, but hearing others' struggles made her realize that their sorrows were often far greater than her own. Lesson. It is not necessary that everyone who appears happy and content in front of you has a perfect life. They too face troubles and challenges, yet they hide their pain and smile through it. Behind every smile, there may be tears of grief and sorrow. Living through difficulties and trials is the reality of life. This is true life. Now, here is the explanation of the story. This poignant story explores the theme of perspective and gratitude through the lens of a woman's emotional journey. After a domestic argument, the wife leaves home in frustration but encounters the struggles of others in her neighborhood. Each overheard conversation reveals a different facet of hardship, hunger, financial strain, health issues, and emotional burdens. These glimpses into others' lives prompt her to reflect on her own situation, shifting her focus from her grievances to gratitude for what she has. The narrative underscores the idea that everyone carries hidden struggles and appearances of happiness often mask deeper challenges. The story uses a series of vignettes to illustrate universal human experiences, emphasizing empathy and resilience. The woman's return home symbolizes a renewed appreciation for her life, despite its imperfections. The lesson reinforces the value of gratitude and the understanding that life's difficulties are a shared human experience, encouraging perseverance and compassion. Here is the vocabulary review. Here are key words and phrases from the story along with their meanings and usage. Quarrel, jhagda, meaning an argument or disagreement, often heated. Example, the siblings had a quarrel over who would use the computer first. In this context, the story begins with a quarrel between the husband and wife, setting the stage of her emotional departure. Aimlessly means idhar udhar, meaning without purpose or direction. Example, he wandered aimlessly through the park, lost in thought. In this context, the wife wanders aimlessly through the neighborhood, reflecting her emotional turmoil, pleading, prarthana karna, meaning making an earnest or desperate request. Example, she was pleading with the teacher to give her son another chance. Context, the women in the story plead with God for the children's needs, highlighting their desperation. Grace, mohlat, meaning a period of leniency or extra time granted, often for payment of obligations. Example, the bank gave him a week's grace to pay the loan. Context, the husband asked his wife to seek more time from the landlord to avoid harassment. Harass, tang karna, meaning to trouble or annoy someone repeatedly. Example, the noisy neighbors continue to harass the family with loud music. Context, the landlord's daily visits are described as harassment, adding to the couple's stress. Gratitude, dhanyavad, kritagyata, meaning a feeling of thankfulness or appreciation. Examples, she felt immense gratitude for her friend's support during tough times. Context, the wife returns home with gratitude for her blessings, shifted her perspective. Resilience, जीवन की वास्तविकता, meaning the ability to recover or adapt in the face of adversity. Example, his resilience helped him overcome many challenges in life. In this context, the lesson highlights resilience as a core aspect of true life, where people endure hardships with strength. The story beautifully captures the power of perspective, showing how empathy and gratitude can transform one's outlook. The vocabulary reflects emotional depth and everyday struggles, making the narrative relatable. So that's enough now. We will meet soon.